Hi, I'm Globetrotter Deck, and I am going to tell you my top 5 top houses of Halloween Horror Nights on Universal Studios Orlando, and it's coming right now. Before I go into my top 5 houses, I'd just like you to just take a minute and subscribe to see my future stuff. It's all coming in the future, so I'm hoping to bring out a lot more stuff. So if you would like to subscribe, please subscribe. Thank you. Right, before I get started, I'm going to tell you about my top 5 experiences in houses on Universal Studios Orlando. I'd just like to say what a year it was. It was a truly great year, and all of the most of the houses was pretty cool and awesome. Just a few exceptions, which was probably expected because it always is. So let's just get into the top 5. Number 5. It was House of a Thousand Corpses. It's a house by Rob Zombie, not actually from him, but it's a house of the name of a thousand corpses. When we first walk in, you see Captain Spaulding talking about his fried chicken and dressed as a clown. You meet Baby on the way, and you meet the Firefly family, and they're just bizarre family who kill people, but they don't actually kill them in the house, obviously. But it's a really cool house. Plenty of scares, plenty of jumps. The sets was really good. That was House of a Thousand Corpses. Really good house. At number 5 on my list, and it's purely just my list. It's just purely whatever I think, and this is personally my top 5. My 4th house is Nightingale's Blood Pit. Nightingale's Blood Pit. A good house set in the gladiator times. Plenty of gladiators wanted to have a fight with you. It was absolutely a fantastic house, as it always is at Universal Studios. And obviously Nightingales come into the equation, and they was really grisly, ugly, gruesome looking things, and they look like giant birds. The faces are like giant birds. The creatures was really fantastic. The effects on them was really good, and you had a lion jump out of one of the walls. It actually came out and actually just to scare you, and just jumped out of the walls, and it was really good effect, that. And it was really dark but really light. At times it was really dark, so that when gladiator jumped out or a nightingale jumped out at you, it was really scary, and I got scared quite a few times in there. And it was a really spectacular house. Even when you walked in, the actual facade was something else. It always is where that was situated. It's always a good facade. So it was really good. Even when you walked in, there was a horse on the floor with the gladiator, and they were both obviously dead, but the special effects on it was really good. So yeah, that's number 4, Nightingale Blood Pit. Number 3 on my list is Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters, everybody knows the Ghostbusters. Everyone who's I don't think there's anybody on this planet who doesn't know anything about the Ghostbusters. They must have seen a Ghostbusters in their lifetime, and it's exactly like walking onto the set of Ghostbusters. Everything was there. The 4 Ghostbusters, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man was there. The Green Potato Man, or whatever it was called, that was there, and they did a really good job of this house, and that's why it's at number 3. And there was ghosts, and there was the books. The books was moving. Even the books in the library was moving. It really go to town with these these houses. Every little detail just come as you walk through. It's just really good, and I advise anybody to go out and just to go to these Halloween Horror Nights just for one night. It's just out of this world, and the way that they do the houses, it's kind of just like the real thing. Number 2 on my list. Number 2 of top 5 houses for Halloween Horror Nights is one of the, well, it could run very close to number 1, but it all came down to the last run on that particular night. The last run that I ever had on both of them, and it is Universal Monsters. Now, Universal Monsters is a Universal property, which with all the Dracula, all the old type movies, all the old monsters like Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Mummy, all the old ones like that. And I tell you what, the way that they did the old makeup and all the old costumes, and all the masks, and it was really good. It was just like I keep saying, it's just like walking on the set of the movie. Yeah, you've got all the old ones there. Every one of them was there. Even the Wolfman, it was absolutely superb. And it, like I say, it run my number 1 very close to being number 1. If number 1 hadn't been there, that would have been number 1. The facade on it, as you went in, it was like a painted drawing of all the Dracula and Wolfman and all that, and they actually did a picture at night. They had like a projection on the side, which was quite impressive when you're queuing up for hours. When you're queuing up for hours, yeah, bring back memories. And it was just watching that. It passed quite quickly. So that's number 2 on my list. Universal Monsters. Before I give my number 1 house, I'm going to run you through my top 10. The top 10, there's only 10 houses, but the 10 houses in the position from 10 to 1. And I'm just going to run through it very quickly, just to show you that my views on the houses, and let's get into it anyways. Number 10 was Us. I think the scariest thing about that was the music. Number 9 was, quite a lot of people like this house, but I never seemed to get a good run through it. Graveyard Games, which was, I never used to get a good run out of it. Now this one is probably a thing that you might find strange, but I think Stranger Things came in my opinion, at number 8. Just there's only a couple of rooms what was any good in that. Just didn't get a good run through. Number 7 is Depths of Fear. Now that was good. It was a good house. It was just below the top 5. It wasn't far away from the top 5. With the creatures looked like fishes and fishes' heads and stuff. It was really good the way that they did that one. And number 6, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Good house, nice and colourful, just like the film. As you came from the start to the finish, it went from start to finish. The house went start to finish. A lot of clowns in there to make you jump. And yeah, it was number 6. Like again, it was very close. And then you've got me top 5, which I've already mentioned. Now I'm going to you've worked out by a chance now that it's the Yeti, which I really love. I went through it with my wife one time, and we got every single scare in that house. I mean, every single scare in the house. It was right on cue. Going through, it was right on cue. All the Yetis came out. It was just absolutely superb. There's not a bad word I can say about this house, because it was just truly a really good house. Everything was on count. Everything was superb. It was every single run I went through, it was a good run through. And the ice crystals at the end, that was the white Yeti, that was really, really impressive. Oh, it was absolutely impressive. So that's my top 5. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and I could do some more of these type of things. I don't do many of them. I normally do top 5s, grossing film stars, top grossing film stars. But yeah, if you like these sort of things, I could do a few more of these. So just subscribe, and I will look forward to seeing you on my next one. So bye for now.